Hey guys, I'm Ericeli, Digital Media Lead for UGA Housing, and I'm here with Jaelyn.
Good afternoon, dogs. My name is Jaelyn Pearson, and I'm the Residence Hall Director for Black-Diallo-Miller.
Yeah, so we're here today. We want to give you guys a little bit of a taste of what it's like to live here and ask Jaelyn a few questions about it as well. So we're going to start by heading into the actual hall, how to get in, but this is kind of our lounge and lobby, if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so welcome to our lobby. This is one of our favorite places to hang out. We also have a lot of events that happen here in the lobby, so if you are going to be staying with us this year, this is like your one-stop shop to find out everything that is going on. It is also, if you're coming for orientation, this is where you will pop in and have the opportunity to meet some of our housing staff, but also get ready to check in for your orientation stay over the summer as well. But it's a great place to hang out. We've got a lot of nice furniture, TV in the lobby as well, 2 study rooms down here that also serve as conference rooms, and so they're kind of really popular during the school year, so they're first come, first serve. But if you know that you love studying with your friends, these 2 conference rooms on the first floor are the ones to grab when you're looking for a great place to study.
So we're going to walk over. Jaelyn's going to show you guys how to get into the hall with your one-card ID. Also, we have the 24/7 desk here as well. If you want to talk a little bit about like how security looks like in Black-Diallo-Miller specifically.
Yeah, for sure. So we have 2 access points in Black-Diallo-Miller. Of course, our first one is the front door, and so you'll use your ID and your 4-digit PIN to get through the front doors, and then after you will pass by the desk. The desk is a one-stop shop for everything that you need as well. So packages and mail. If you have any questions, if you get locked out, you can stop by the desk and they'd be more than happy to help you. But as far as our second access point, this is something that's also really important to know as well. So as we get through the school year, during class changes, after you get from all of your events, a great example is like after you come back from a fire alarm that we do, or you come back from the G. Sometimes there's a lot of people that will walk in, so a lot of our students will have stickers on our ID as well, so you want to make sure you keep that sticker on your ID. That will make it much easier, so you can just come in with everybody. And the front desk will ask you for that sticker, so each person doesn't have to type in their PIN number and scan their ID when they come in. But it's super simple. A lot of people, this is my one plug, a lot of people like to keep their ID in their backpack. Of course, I'm staff, so I keep my ID on my waist. And I know that sometimes people don't love wearing their ID around their neck or like in a lanyard. But I would suggest that you take the summer to find a convenient way to keep your ID on you. So whether it be on your keychain, in your wallet, on the back of your phone, those are all great ways to keep your ID accessible, so you're not like holding up the line as you did. But like I said, you just tap it, type in that 4-digit PIN.
And real quick, this is where Jaelyn's office is, so if you ever need him for anything, any emergency, or contact him, that's where his office is in Black-Diallo-Miller.
The door is usually open, so you're more than welcome to stop by. During the school year, I have candy, and that's usually most people's reason to come by and stop in. Also, quick plug for orientation. Once you walk in, this is our check-in area, and so you'll typically come through these doors. All of these doors will be open during orientation check-in, so as you come in, you'll check in with our lovely staff that will sit here at this table, and then we will get you assigned a room so you can enjoy your stay with us.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go up to the 5th floor. We're going to show you guys a student room as well as what the bathroom looks like in Black-Diallo-Miller. We're going to take the elevator to go up. And also, feel free to ask any questions into the live chat. We're going to answer a few of them at the end. And then we also have like behind-the-scenes staff looking through them as well. Another thing we could probably talk about is like the mailing at Black-Diallo-Miller. How do we find your mailing address? What does that go to? All those things.
Yeah, for sure. So during the academic year, we accept all types of packages from any type of carriers. So that could be US Mail, FedEx, UPS, DHL, wherever you're ordering your items from. You can get those shipped directly here to the hall. Our front desk handles all of those packages. And our address is 315 Baxter Street. The most important thing that we usually say when you are ordering packages is to make sure that you put your room number, especially those of you that are ordering from Amazon. Sometimes they And so we try to make sure that we tell you to put as many identifiers on your package as possible. So whether that be first and last name, Black-Diallo-Miller, your room number, whatever it is, just make sure that you're always putting as many identifiers on your package as possible. And then super easy, you'll go right downstairs. You get an automated email the moment the desk scans your package in. And then once you come and pick it up, you'll get an automated email letting you know that you picked it up. So packages are really easy. You can receive letters. So a lot of grandparents like to send like postcards and notes and things like that. And so we do letters and packages from anybody that will send mail to your house. The only thing is we don't send packages out. And so if you need to do a return or anything like that, you just want to make sure there's a UPS store like 2 minutes up the road. There's a FedEx drop box over by the Georgia Center. And so still a lot of convenient places that you can drop your packages off if you've got a return.
Yeah. So before we head to the room, we wanted to show you guys the little warming kitchen here. So there is a sink here. There's a microwave on the floor, so that's accessible to the students as well. If they don't want to use their microwave in a room for whatever reason, this is always accessible to the students too. And then a little phone room right here. Awesome. Okay. You can find bathroom over here.
Alright, so each floor we have 2 sets of bathrooms, or on each wing. So there's 3 wings on each hallway. We have our black wing, our Diallo wing, and our middle wing. And so each hallway has an accessible bathroom, which is an individual bathroom. And then we also have our communal style bathrooms with our enhanced privacy walls in them as well. That's how you know you make this up right now. I know, so. So this is what one of our communal bathrooms looks like. And so each one of them has 4 bathrooms and 4 showers with an ADA stall at the end as well.
Yeah, the floor to ceiling is really nice. Lots of privacy, and just tons of space for everyone in the floor.
And so all you need is your shower caddy. They all come with a shower curtain. You can close the door right behind you. Take as much time as you need. You can sink to the top of your lungs if you want.
People do it.
People do it. And like, it's a great time to use it. Personal time, regather yourself, get clean, get ready for the day. So yeah.
Also, make sure to bring shower shoes. That's really important. It is a communal bathroom. I know that it's kind of scary for a lot of students that haven't had to share before, but it's really isn't that bad. It's honestly a lot of fun. Like, you get to just bond with everyone in your hall. So I mean, it's a great experience.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's cleaned every day, it's maintained well, is just a plus.
Yeah, a lot of our students build great relationships with their building service workers, is what we also know. You may know them as like a janitor or a custodian. And so you have that great relationship with your custodian or your janitor, and they are more than willing to go above and beyond to make sure that you're comfortable in your living space. And then, like we talked about, enhanced privacy. So like, really don't be nervous to come in here and use the bathroom, take your shower. And as you get comfortable with the people on your floor, like, you shake all those nerves off, and you come in, you do your business, and keep it pushing. So nothing to be scared of, and almost all of our halls now have this like enhanced privacy. Yes. So you have full floor to ceiling, close the door behind you, use the bathroom as you need, things like that.
Yeah, awesome. So now we're gonna head into the student room. A little quick stop. Gotta get the shoes.
So on average, we have about 36 people per hallway. Quick math was 36 divided by 2. 18. So there's 18 rooms, 36 students on each hallway. Each person has an RA. I say that's a great load. You get to know your RA very well. And so on each wing of our floor, you have an RA that lives typically at the front of the hall or right in the middle of your hallway. Great people to get to know. And then at the end of each one of our hallways, before we go into one of these rooms, at the end of each one of our hallways, we have like these little nook areas. These are some of the like most sought after chairs in the entire building. You'll see a lot of people hanging out here as you get throughout the school year. Great views from the 5th and 6th floor as well. Shout out to my folks down in the Hill community. You can see Tate from here, Sanford, MLC, Terry. Like, if you need to know what to wear before you get ready to go out for the day, just peek out the window. You'll get a good gist of what the people are wearing so you can get ready for the day. But let's go ahead and go into one of these rooms.
So yeah, this is a typical room setup in Black-Diallo-Miller. There's going to be the mattress on each side, the ladder chest on each side as well, which has a ton of space. You can open them up. This one's already open. Lots of space to store clothes. Each get a study table with a chair, and there's a pedestal on each side of the room as well. Up here, good storage as well, that you can get some maybe bins to add some decorations. But yeah, maybe we can talk a little bit about like roommate experience, maybe like the roommate agreement, and kind of how that is here.
Yeah, so we really want you to fall in love with your space. You know that it feels small at first, and then it really starts to feel like home once you get acclimated. So whether it's a roommate that you know from high school or a random roommate that you just had like 90% match and you both love to live in an ice cold room, I can promise you that it will be a really great experience. At the beginning of the year, within those first 6 weeks, we usually have our RAs meet with all of our students to do what we call roommate success plans, which is just an opportunity for each roommate to set some foundational expectations for what they want their living experience to be like in the room. So that goes from what will the temperature be, when will we open the curtains, when will we open the blinds, what time are we going to sleep, all of that good stuff. So just an opportunity for you to kind of like voice your needs, your wants, your expectations for living in the space. And then as far as if you need help, like I said, there's an RA on each floor. I'm downstairs on the first floor if you ever need assistance as well. But I will say that like there's just, you will get to know your folks, and you will get to know what it's like to share space with someone and really be comfortable living in a room like this.
Yeah. And we can also talk about, I know we have a lot of questions at orientation about like the Ethernet cable and like how can we like stream TV here. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so connecting to your Ethernet is really easy. So we usually have an Ethernet port on one side. I would say that as far as the setup goes, usually one person will keep their bed really lofted, and then they will set one person's side of the room up to be like the entertainment center. So you'll set your TV up, your gaming, and all of that information. Everything has to be done through Ethernet. So no TVs or gaming consoles can be connected directly to the Wi-Fi. But I suggest that you get you a really nice long Ethernet cord that will be able to go from the Ethernet port that is pretty up high down to wherever you will set your TV up. Very easy, you just have to register your devices once you get them set up. It takes about 2 minutes, and then you restart them, and they get on there, usually pretty simple. Streaming, super easy. Like I said, if you don't want to stream here or you won't bring a TV, you just want to use your room for sleeping, there's plenty of TVs around the building as well. You can log in on those and an easy log out as well. So if you're in a common space downstairs in the lobby, on our elevator lounges, you can also use those TVs to log into your accounts, watch some TV with your friends, and then log out when you're done.
Yeah, and another really cool thing about Black-Diallo-Miller is you can move around all the furniture if you want to, so you can customize it, add a futon. I mean, the original setup is already great. There's plenty of space to add a futon, add a fridge, add a microwave, have like a nice rug, tons of space for decor. But if you do want to switch things around, you have plenty of freedom to do that as well. And then another thing we can talk about is the temperature control in the rooms here at Black-Diallo-Miller.
Yeah, so each room has a thermostat right directly in their room, and so you have the opportunity to adjust your the temperature in your room right here. Most of the time the building is set on one, so either the entire building's on cool or the entire building's on heat, but you in your individual room gets to determine how warm or how cold that is. And just by press of you, like when you go into a hotel, you can always turn the fan on and leave it on, or you can adjust the temperature just so you can know how warm or how cold that air will be once you get in. And of course you can always turn it off if neither is working for you. And if you ever have any issues with your AC, you're always welcome to put in a maintenance request, and I think just think about maintenance in general. And so our rooms are usually in great shape. We have some great trades workers that work downstairs that will put in, like, anytime you put in a maintenance request, usually within like 24 to 48 hours, they will come and take a peek at whatever it is. So you need a new air filter, your drawer won't go in, your broker will off your chair, whatever it may be, you want to adjust the height of your bed. Any of those things, our skilled trades workers will come in, assess the issue, and then help you out and make sure that your room's back in tip-top shape. Submitting a maintenance request is also super easy. You just go to the housing website, top right corner, work requests, and then you log in with your UGA information, and then it gives you basically a drop down for whatever you need. So, and they will do it, and you can be here or you can't be here, or you don't have to be here. It's all about the comfortability of whether or not you want to be here to describe that incident or the issue that's going on in your room.
Can you show the closet and talk about some options of how people are arranging their
Yeah, for sure. And so initially, like, some people are like, oh my gosh, I have summer clothes, winter clothes, spring clothes. Well, I do want you to remind you that we do live in Georgia, or you will be living in Georgia, and so we do have quite the extended summer. If you're the type of person that likes to make sure that your closet is covered, a lot of people will set up like a curtain right here, and so they keep it pretty private. We have a lot of students that will set up some type of shelf here, or set up a shoe shelf at the bottom as well. I've seen a lot of students that will like mega their desk tables under one bed, so they can have like an additional clothes rack if they need to. But shelving units really take you pretty far in terms of extending that space that you need, but also, like Ericeli mentioned earlier, you do have storage in your stair caddies as well, so really taking advantage of those. I know you may like to hang everything up, but folding and hiding it in your stair chest would take you pretty far as well. But usually, like shoes, toiletries, laundry, laundry detergent, a lot of students will use this top part for storage, hang their clothes, and then we do have students, like, mind you, a tension rod goes really far, and so if you want, you can add a second tension rod, so you can have kind of like a second shelf right here in between the wall. And a lot of students, while we typically have this default in the closet, a lot of students move that either under the desk or under the bed, so they can put that second tension rod in the closet for extra space.
Yeah, and I feel like the pedestal is something we can also talk about too. This is kind of like a little lock. If you want to bring your own lock for more privacy, you can do that as well. So that's really helpful, and then just a little bit of storage right under there too. But yeah, I think that's kind of it for the room. We can go downstairs and show you guys the kitchen and laundry.
Yeah. One random thing that I wanted to make sure. So each room comes with a trash can. So you come with a trash can and a recycling bin. Your fresh trash bag is free. But we usually tell students, like, if you know that you make a lot of food here in your room, or you go through a lot of snacks, you may want to bring a larger trash can. This one may not be enough. But just a mindful, like, we provide a trash can for you, so if you want to save a couple of dollars, you just want to make sure that you get the small 4-gallon trash bags, and those fit perfectly in that trash can right there.
Yeah. And a couple things that I brought my first year that I really loved, instead of like a futon, we brought like bean bags, which we thought were really fun because all of our friends just come into our room and hang out there. Fairy lights are not allowed, but other decor like wall art looks really cute, and that's something that we added in our room as well. And also just to like add on to the like trash can, can you mention where we can throw out like recycling and trash? Like,
yeah,
here?
so right out the front door, I would say that it is about 10 paces to the bus stop. Our trash can, or what we call trash compactor, and our recycling unit is located right behind the bus stop. And so on your way out to catch the bus or go to the dining hall, you can drop that trash right off in the compactor, or you can empty your recycling bin right there before you head off for the rest of the day. So pretty convenient. Like, it's right before you get to the bus stop, and so it can be really a one way to the rest of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Anything else you want to talk about? No.
Upstairs? I don't think so.
The lounge. Downstairs. No. Oh, right there. We're gonna head to the lounge area before we head downstairs. That's a great spot for community between the floors. So it has a TV, nice couch, nice table, and just a great way to kind of hang out. And there's also RA events that happen in that area as well. If you want to talk about like that, Jaelyn, also community involvement. I know community council is like a big thing if you want to get involved in housing as well. It also has a great view from the.
I don't know why.
Yeah, so there is one of these on each floor. And so great place. Our RAs host a lot of events here, whether it be like a watch night or a pizza party or whatever it is. You can find a lot of people hanging out here, and it's just a great place to stop by. Plenty of areas to study as well, and so you can study on one of the high tops with a great view. You can sit on the couch and watch TV. You and your friends can get together and play around the games. You can push the tables around and things like that. Like Ericeli said in the room, we always are giving you the opportunity to move furniture. So really, like, the home is yours. Like, we want you to feel at home. It's just super simple. Move the furniture to make yourself very comfortable with what's going on. And then as far as getting involved in any of the halls, anywhere, community council, great place to get involved. Shameless plug for us. We won Community Council of the Year this year. And so that just lets you know, like, this is the best place on campus to live. But Community Council, really great. And so I like to think of it as like your events board for the students that will live in your hall. And so those students get together and they get a very large portion of your hall budget to put together events and things like that. So whether it be events, they get to help with social media posts. So if you're a student that's really into social media, one day you may get an opportunity like this as well. You get to work directly with RHA, which is kind of like community council for the entire campus. And it's just a great way to get involved super early. And so if you know that you're looking for an opportunity to really get involved, hit the ground running, you can express interest in community council on the day that you move in. And then you will have something to do probably before the first groups, like first student involvement groups are hosting interviews. So if you're looking for something that's super simple, like no hassle to get into, community council is a great opportunity. We're always looking for students, there's no limit. And so no matter where you're living, whether it be in Black-Diallo-Miller or any of our other communities on campus, I'm always going to plug for community council. It's a great, like, low stakes, easy involvement for any of our students to get involved with. And we usually accommodate anything. So whether you decide to be in Greek life or you really decide to go into like SGA or get involved in other things, we're usually pretty flexible, and we really want you to also be involved where you live as well.
Okay, we're gonna head down to the kitchen and laundry area now. And community council is just also a great way, like if you do want to be an RA in the future and you want to be involved in housing, that's also a great way to kind of get involved as well.
So, what's your favorite color? Other chats.
Anything else we want to touch on? Like maybe packages?
Can you send them ahead of time? Talk about that.
Yeah. So we have these little metal boxes, but they're just for show. They're really cute. They're just for show. But anytime you get like letters or packages, you can always pick those up directly at the front desk. In each one of our residence halls, we have this cute banner that tells you exactly what your address is and how to address your packages to you. And a big question is, can you send packages before you arrive? And typically, we try to tell students to hold off until the day that they move in. So if you can aim for the day that you move in, we typically ask that you just wait to the day that you move in, so we don't overwhelm our mailroom with the amount of students who may be sending packages ahead. That's not to say that we won't accept them for you, but it's just a matter of like, how much things are you sending before you get here, and do we have the space or the capacity to hold it before you move in? So as long as your delivery date coincides with the day that you move in, we'd be happy to accept it for you.
Awesome. We're gonna head to the kitchen now. Also a great spot for community, accessible. All the students that live here, it's going to be open all day as well. So if you ever want to make something, the kitchen is open. Also, we can talk about like what appliances do we already have here provided for the students.
So our kitchen here is a great place for events as well. So community council usually does a lot of events in the kitchen, and we usually do a lot of late night events here in the kitchen as well. But in most kitchens, you have a stovetop and an oven. In our kitchen, we have 3 microwaves that are provided as well, 2 sinks for you to wash your dishes. We've had a lot of students do a lot of donations over the past years, and so as students leave their pots and pans, we usually just leave them up here so other students can use them. We just ask that you clean them. But in our kitchen, we also have a toaster, and just whatever you see in the kitchen, we usually just ask if you're going to use it, clean it back up. 2 stoves, 2 ovens, 3 microwaves, and there is also a community fridge as well. So if you may not have a fridge in your personal room, you're always welcome to come and use the fridge that's downstairs. Label your items. We usually don't have any issues with like break room taking the food, and so you're more than welcome to label your items, put it in the fridge, cook it later if you need to. But great place to use, great place to hang out. We always say that the kitchen is kind of like a dual area, so a lot of students will come downstairs, they'll cook their meal, and then they'll study with their friends. So it's very dual use space.
Yeah, it's a great spot. And now we're gonna head to our laundry room. We get a lot of questions about if you have to pay for laundry. You don't. You just have to just come in and do your laundry. Bring your own laundry supplies. Bring your own laundry basket. Your own detergent and things like that. But just another thing, also just be mindful about like what time you're doing laundry. Make sure that you're taking your things out on time, because it kind of can be difficult to make sure that it's a big haul. So you just want to make sure you're being respectful and mindful of other people that may be doing laundry. So take your things out on time, move them over on time. One thing that I did as a first year, I put my laundry in and did my homework in the laundry room, and just made sure that I was able to get to my stuff on time, and I wasn't, just like being disrespectful to my other hallmates.
Yeah, so in our laundry room, if I'm saying it correctly, we have 18 dryers and 16 washing machines. We have 2 huge washing machines, so if you're like washing your bedding, your sheets or pillows or things like that, you can come and use the 2 big ones here at the end. And then we have plenty of other just regular sized washers. Very easy to use, like Ericeli was saying. You don't have to pay for it, so you just pop up and use what you select the load that you want to use. On average, a wash load takes about 34 minutes, and then a dryer load takes about an hour. 1 wash equals 1 dryer, so if you use 2 washing machines, we want to use 2 dryers. Going back on that timing, it is very easy to like forget about your laundry. So whether you hang out here in the laundry room, you play a game of ping pong, or you hang out, you watch TV, we have a TV here in the laundry room as well, you do your homework, whatever it may be. You just want to make sure that you're always keeping an eye on your laundry. So just stay by, stay close, set a timer on your phone, and you will keep up with your clothes. But really good space to hang out while you're waiting for your laundry. A lot of students, ping pong has become like our hall's thing, and so a ping pong game can last anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, depending on how many people you have. So find your few friends that are really into ping pong, wash your laundry at the same time. You have no issues. Laundry room super simple to use. Let me tell you.
Yeah. We're gonna head back to the lobby. If you guys have any last questions, we're about to wrap up soon, so we can kind of get to those. Jaelyn, can you kind of talk about what moving looks like specifically for Black-Diallo-Miller?
Yeah. So this is actually a great place to talk about it. So once you get ready to move in, you can kind of see like everywhere that will be set up. So right out here is just like our main courtyard area, and so most of our students will be coming from the Cloverhurst Street. That will be open, and you'll unload your things on Cloverhurst, and you'll come in, you'll check in the lobby. Our laundry room will be not necessarily offline, but we will use the laundry room for carts, and so we usually try to keep a one-way flow of traffic. And so you'll come down to the laundry room to check out a cart, a moving cart, so that'll help you get all of your items, usually in 1 to 2 trips. You'll exit out this door right here, so we can keep that one-way flow of traffic, and then you'll go back out to the street, so you can pick up any of your last items. But we can show you where the check-in area usually is set up in the lobby as well. But move-in is really smooth. We have a lot of RAs that help during move-in, so we have one student that will sit here and kind of guide you and direct you. I say always make sure you bring your strongest family members so they can carry your stuff up the elevator. Up the stairs. Sometimes the elevators do get backed up. But a strong brother, strong dad, strong sister. Anybody that's super confident, they can carry that futon up the stairs. You'll beat everybody. But moving is super simple, usually pretty smooth. I always say that you can buy a lot of things once you get to Athens, and so that makes it super easy for you to have a light load when you move in. Remember, it's hot, especially in Georgia, and especially during August, and so make sure you pack light, pack all the things that you need, and then anything that you want when you get here, you can purchase it here once you move in and kind of get familiar with the space. Because very easy to overpack. You always got to remember you got to fill out the room that you're living in and just know the things that you want to add once you've kind of set up everything. So, yeah.
Another thing is that what Jaelyn was saying, my roommate and I, we basically did a lot of our decor shopping once we moved in, kind of like save, you know, how hard it is. I mean, we lived in one of the low rises, so having to go up the stairs, we saved some of that time and how hot it is. We definitely took that into consideration, and then being able to shop here with your roommate is so much helpful because you guys are together and get to just pick out things together, which is really nice.
And my simple plug for wall decor is anytime that you're going to hang something, I always suggest if you can hang it with a push pin, that is great, no damage to the wall. If you are going to use like sticky items that you use either like blue tape or you use command strips, or any type of stickies that come with the pull tab. So anything that's like 3M or duct tape or 80M tape, you want to leave that stuff on the shelf. And then any adhesives that have like a pull tab at the bottom that you can remove, those usually come off the wall pretty smoothly. We've helped a lot of students this past year. They're super easy to come off the wall. So just make sure that your wall decorations are super easy to put up, easy on the adhesives. A thumbtack will take you very far.
Okay. One more question. Parking, like where do people generally get parking for, like if they live here, and like what does that look like differently for move-in versus like during the year?
Yeah, so during move-in, most of our students, you'll get really familiar with Cloverhurst because that's where you will unload your items, roll in your carts, and come through move-in. But what else? No. Oh, well, first you'll go to the staging area so you can get your parking pass to park on Cloverhurst, and that's always the most important thing because you want to show it to Cloverhurst first at your time, but you want to make sure that you go to W17. And then you'll show up there, they'll give you your slip so you can get access to Cloverhurst, and then you'll move in here. During move-in, family supporters, parents, brothers and sisters, you'll want to make sure that once you've finished on Cloverhurst, you'll park on the whole street deck. And then during the year, our students typically park in West Deck 1, West Deck 2, or the W10 Russell Flat Bottom. And so those are right up the hill, usually pretty close. We also do have a lot of students that will park, and I think it is W11, which is near O House. There's a lot of street parking around Black-Diallo-Miller as well. We have street parking on Baxter, street parking on Newton, street parking on Lindentown Lane. But I would never just like put all of your eggs in a basket and think that you would get street parking every time.
It's really hard.
Really hard. And if you haven't learned how to parallel park, it's a comedic show for some of us to watch you do it. But we really do want you to know, like, there's plenty of parking spaces. Westlake 1, Westlake 2, as well as the Russell Flat Lot, which is W10, and over by O House, which is W11. So all of those are great places to get permits if you live close to Black-Diallo-Miller.
All right, so that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for joining our live today. This is going to live on our YouTube channel if you ever want to look back at it. Thank you so much, Jaelyn, for showing us around. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.